Hey guys, this is Jason Morris with Real Estate Agents That Really Work. And you know, I'm going to tell you 7 things that you can do if you're broke and you're just starting real estate. A lot of the people that listen to my YouTube stuff and are part of my Facebook group, Real Estate Agents That Really Work, they're fairly new agents, or they're agents that maybe they've been in the business for a year or two, and they really haven't made any money yet. They're doing less than 5, less than 10 transactions a year, and it's a difficult place, and they're trying to figure out how to get to where they need to be or where they want to be, how to quit their jobs, how to go from being part-time to full-time, a lot of stuff like that. So I made this for you guys. The number one thing you can do is you can go out and find a mentor to model yourself out after. Now, and what I mean, what you need to look for in a mentor is you need to look for somebody that's doing the business that you want to do, and they're doing it how you want to do it, which is probably in a cost-effective manner that is highly profitable. A lot of these guys, if they're doing 100 transactions a year, but they got 100, 10 people on their team. So when you average it out, nobody's really making a whole lot of money. you know, Find that mentor that's an individual that's just highly productive. I mean, you can look on YouTube, you can find a lot of them. You can look on Facebook, there's a lot of them. And most of them are willing to share something with you. There's a lot of brokers in charge out there that are great, that are mentors. Find a mentor that's positive and positive about the business and the direction the business is going in. For myself, man, I don't feel like the market's ever been bad. Times when people are talking about how bad the market was, man, those were some of my best years in the real estate business. But find somebody that you can model yourself after, that you can use as a mentor, that you can ask questions, that you can kind of get a peek inside what their business looks like and what their daily activities are, and start modeling yourself after that person, even if it's on a very small scale. Number two, I see a lot of agents and they want to go to these brokerages that are transactional. If you're broke and you don't have any money and you're just getting started, you need to go to an office that's going to give you something. There's a lot of offices out there that, yeah, they're giving you 100% commission, um, and just charging you a transaction fee of $200 to $500. But the problem with that is they're giving you zero, and you have zero already. You don't have any tools to work with. You don't know what to do tomorrow. You don't know what to do when you get up this morning. There's some great offices out there, and EXP is one of them, where you get 25 hours of training for free, you get conversion for free, you get an EFAX for free, you get all these tools and all this stuff, that you can use, that you don't have to go out and spend your money or spend unnecessary money to get. Go to an office that's going to give you something for your split. I mean, you go to the 100% office and get zero, but 100% of $0 a year is still $0. You're better off to give up a little bit of a split to get a lot of tools, especially when you're brand new and you're not doing anything in the business. You're broke and you don't have the money to go out and get the tools and stuff you need, because there are things in the business that you are going to need. Um, whether it's lead sources, tools to work those lead sources, a CRM, a website, internet presence, you know, go to an office that has those that you can plug into, or that at least gives you some tools you can plug into. And training, that's the thing that blows my mind, where agents go to an office, and there's one franchise that does it over and over again. Agents will go to that office and then they sell them training. Shouldn't your broker be helping you set your goals and helping you learn how to do the business for free? Isn't that part of like you being at their office? It absolutely blows my mind that agents will go to an office, they'll get a mediocre split, and then they will pay for training that's also mediocre in most cases. But number three, you need to start working on asking your sphere of influence for business. Telling people that you work in the real estate business. Telling them, um, hey, I got my real estate license. I'm selling real estate now. What are you doing? Do you know anybody looking to buy or sell a house? you're thinking about buying or selling a house, you need to start working on asking your sphere of influence for business and making sure that they know that you're in the business. Because, I'm assuming that making this recording here, that most of you listen to this, you're probably broke, you don't have any money, you got your real estate license, you spent a couple $1,000 on that, and you just don't have really any money. Number four, you need to start working on personal development. This is a tough business, and it's it's mentally tougher than what it is physically. Um, and some days, even myself, after being in the business 12, 13 years, some days, man, you get beat up, you get told you're a bad person, you get hung up on, you just have a bad day. And there's a tons of people out there to listen to. I mean, um, I just joined the Brendan Bouchard monthly high performance group. It's only $50 a month, but you don't have to do anything like that. You can join. I mean, man, there's thousands of YouTube videos. There's Grant Cardone. There's Gary Vaynerchuk. There's tons of Zig Ziglar and Jim Rohn. There's Brendan Bouchard has tons of videos. There's Tony Robbins. I mean, but start doing something regularly that you can build your mindset. And you can learn the skills that you need to get yourself in the state where you're ready to take action and get yourself in a certain state. So number five, you need to start looking for business. And what I mean is you need to start conditioning your mind. You need to start looking for, for sale by owners. And I say for sale by owners because sometimes that's the easiest business to find, because these are people, they want to sell their house and they let you know because they go and they stick a sign out in the front yard. I mean, it's pretty easy to figure out which ones want to sell stuff. Like I look at a lot of agents, and what I mean by looking for business is you need to look for smart business. I see a lot of agents, they'll take a spreadsheet and they'll pull a list, and they go, oh man, I made 10,000 calls this week, or I made 1,000 calls a day, and that's really great. But how much real business did you do from it? How many warm leads did you talk to? Warm leads, the defined warm leads, for at least the purpose of this recording, is it's a person that for sure they've at least thought about selling their house. They're either an expired, they're withdrawn, they're for sale by owner, they're canceled listing, they're pre-foreclosure. Somebody that at least has started thinking about selling their business, selling their house. And I mean, you can drive around and look at these. You can look on Zillow, you can look on Craigslist. I mean, the easiest thing for me, and I know if you're broke and you're just starting out, you probably have another job, so you don't have a lot of time you can devote to this, to really going out there and looking for business. So you need to maximize as much time as you can. And I mean, the way that I would do that is I would look for a for sale owner subscription. Typically, RedX charges $30 a month for it. If you call them and tell them I sent you, that waive setup fees. I mean, so for $30 a month, $1 a day, that whole thing, you can have just delivered to your inbox. Plus, you can get their whole database and stuff. But you need to start conditioning your mind to where you're looking for business, whether it's online, whether it's driving around your car, cutting through a neighborhood on the way to your full-time job, whatever it might be. But start looking for business. Number six, you need to find positive people to be around, and you need to talk to people that aren't broke. If your main job, what you're doing right now, is you're working at McDonald's, and all the people you talk to, like in your entire life, all the people you talk to are working at McDonald's, then it's hard to get out of that mindset of making $8 and $10 an hour. Find agents that are in your office that are closing. I mean, even when you're starting out, even $2-3 million is a lot of real estate when you're selling zero. So find those people that are positive, they're on a higher level than you, that you can talk to regularly, that you can, you can talk about their day, they talk about what they're doing, talk about their goals, talk about the way they're doing business or whatever. I mean, it doesn't really have to be in the real estate business, but somebody who's on a higher level than you are, financially. Start talking to those people and looking for those people to be around, and start your friends that don't have a positive mindset, or that have that mindset that, hey, I'm always going to work, at this retail store. I'm always going to work at this fast food chain. I'm always going to wait tables, stuff like that. Start limiting your after work activities with those people, because that mindset, start looking for people that are doing better than you, and that are more successful than you, or that are already where you want to be, that you can kind of talk to regularly, even if it's on Facebook. It doesn't have to be somebody that's right down the road from you. I was telling somebody the other day, some of the best friendships and people I talk to regularly nowadays, it's not really somebody that lives down the road from me. It's somebody that I met through Facebook that I've never met in person. Um, and number seven, I think this is the most important one, and this is the last one I'm gonna tell you about in this recording. Look at what activities you're doing that are not making you money that you can stop doing. So here's an example. Okay, if you're broke, you're working full time at another job that you hate and you want to get out of, but you're going home in the afternoon and you're watching, five five seasons of whatever the newest thing is on Netflix. You should stop doing that, and you should start looking for ways that you can get business. If you're at 4 o'clock, if you're working a full time job, but at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you're at happy hour, but you're wanting to get out of that job, that is not going to help you. What things are you doing that you could be working on real estate stuff to help you to help make your life better and make your everything better for you. But also, when you look at what activities you're doing that are not making you money, look at what real estate activities you're doing that are not making you money. If you're doing an open house every Saturday and you're the only person at that open house, you need to stop. Or you need to figure out a better way to do your open houses. If you're sending out 1,000 mailers a month, I mean, in my mind, I think with the cost of postage and stuff, and I hear these agents talking about how many mailers they're sending out farming neighborhoods. If you're sending out 500 mailers a month, man, those things are costing you about $1 a piece, even if you're printing them out at home and, sticking stamps on them yourself. You know, if it's not bringing you business, stop doing it and start taking that money and putting it towards some sort of lead source that is going to bring you business, a proven lead source that's working for other people and other markets. Because mail in my market, if you're mailing out the expireds, it's hard to cut through all the clutter and actually be the guy that they choose, because I've been to expired listings, and man, they've got a stack that's 2 inches high of realtor business cards that have been mailed to them, and it's hard to make yourself stand out in that. But if you're doing if the one I hear a lot lately is Zillow. I hear agents complaining about, it's not working like it did 2 or 3 years ago, and the reason is because Zillow has they're basically saturated now with agents, and you're not getting as many impressions for your money. So that same $250 you were spending 2 years ago isn't working. So what can you spend that $250 on, or $100 or $50 on, that will make you money? I had an agent tell me the other day that they were delaying paying their car payment so they could spend $300 on, it was some lead source I've never heard of before, and it was to get buyer leads. Man, if you're going to spend that sort of money, either do it on a seller lead source that you can actually use to scale your business, or do it like on Facebook ads. Facebook ads are so cheap. But what activities are you doing right now that are not making you any money that you can stop doing today, whether it's in your personal life or your business life? Just look at everything and start cutting things out. So, hey, this is Jason Morris with Real Estate Agents That Really Work. And if you're not part of my Facebook group, join it. And if you would, subscribe to my YouTube channel.